Hello there, Sean here with Heartful Human. I've officially made that transition, realizing that these are two different things that I've been building, and so letting them be that. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of aliveness, this feeling of like what's alive for me right now. This came up as I was kind of contemplating, what do I want to talk about today, And so I asked the question to myself, what's alive for me in this moment, What is the thing that if I speak about it, it's going to have the most power, or it's going to have the most presence, or I'm going to be the most passionate about it? And I think that's a really good thing to be asking ourselves all the time. What is alive for me right now? Not what we think is the right thing to say, or what should I say, or anything like that, but what is the feeling in my body telling me about how I should communicate? This is something I did a webinar last night about connection and attraction, and that's a lot of what I was talking about with in terms of the approach and actually making a connection with a person. It was about, what am I feeling in my body, and how can I let that dictate or lead me down the pathway of connection? And knowing that the feeling sense that we have in our body is how we're relating to another person as well. And that person and I are both experiencing some physical sensation, and allowing ourselves to kind of speak to that in a connection is really powerful. And I think so often we, especially for men, and I think for women as well, but I do a lot of work with men, so that's kind of my focus. But we've been kind of conditioned to go into our brains, go into our heads. For men, it's like the logical, strategic processes. That's how you attain a goal. That's our whole. That's what we're kind of bred on. So I want to really begin to reframe that for men, because I think we cut off a huge amount of ourselves. We cut off all this feeling and emotion and experience and passion and presence when we're all here up and not, really connecting into our body and speaking to what feels powerful for us in a moment. And so, yeah, like today, this talking about aliveness is alive for me, and I can hear it in the way that I speak, and as compared to how I spoke yesterday, which the thing that I spoke about in yesterday's video was alive as well, but it was a different type of aliveness. It was very deep and sullen and kind of slithering through me, whereas this is more excited, and I think maybe I'm still kind of riding on that wave from last night's webinar and really enjoying that. So basically, yeah, I just want to drop that and just say, that when we're making a connection with a person, when we're doing whatever we're doing, I think honoring what's really alive for us in a moment is going to be, if we can align our everything, if we can align our thoughts, actions, and words, and our deeds, and everything is congruent in a way that we can actually be working towards something that feels really passionate and resonant for us, we're going to be able to create a lot more with that, versus doing the thing that we're supposed to be doing and kind of like dragging ourselves through that, because it's not really what's alive for us in that moment. So I just invite you to kind of look at that. How can you adjust your daily experience or your communications or whatever's happening for you to be aligned with what's really alive for you? And when you do that, what happens? How does that change not only what you're doing and how that transpires, but what you feel inside and what you're experiencing in your body and in your heart and in your mind when you're really aligned and excited about what you're doing each day, So have a look, and I wish you some blessed, aligned, alive action. Take care.